Hey guys, so welcome back to KT the Publicist, and thank you guys for staying tuned for another video. So as you can see on the title of this episode, we are talking about how I survived my first year as a PhD student. So if you guys haven't seen or heard or seen me on Instagram or TikTok talking about this, I am currently in my PhD program for strategic media. I attend Liberty University. It is completely online. That is the way my life is set up because I just cannot stand being in someone's someone's school just sitting, and I work full time. So nevertheless, I decided last year in May that I was going to sign up. So I actually started in June, July-ish. Maybe I started in May. It was we have many semesters, so I'm going to get it all to that and tell you guys all about the program, all that kind of stuff. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, hi, my name is KT, and I am your work and business bestie that comes to you live on this channel to talk about business, career, and also a sprinkle of lifestyle from here to there. Welcome to the channel, and let me know now that you're a part of this community, so now you are a business or work bestie. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into the video and spill all the tea about my program and also what I'm looking forward to in the next semester. So let's get right on into the video.
She's trying to tan right now, you in her way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Of the sun.
of the sun, yeah. I'm
ready. No, little tan session. Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Alright y'all, so in the intro I told you guys that I am in my PhD program. So it is a PhD program in strategic media from Liberty University, meaning I'm getting my doctoral in philosophy, but specifically in communication strategic media realm. So Kiera, what does that mean? Overall, the reasoning behind me going to get my PhD was to strengthen my work and see if I can get into higher education. And now that you guys already know that I'm actually a part-time certified instructor at the college that I graduated my bachelor's from, so the University of Alabama at Birmingham, I am starting as a part-time certified instructor to get hours. So by the time I finish up my PhD program, we can see how some shake, and hopefully we're praying to God that I can probably get an associate professor job at UAB and be able to be a full-fledged professor. That's the overall goals that I'm thinking. You know, life has this way of shaking out, so that is what I'm just going to speak into existence and manifest for myself. But other than that, basically strategic media encompasses communications, marketing, PR, advertisement, all that kind of stuff just rolled up into one great degree. I actually got my master's from Webster University, which is in integrated media, which gave the same kind of background, because I find myself knowing that communication is something that I love to do, but I do love the social media marketing part. I do like to understand more about advertisement. So once I got my communications degree and I further my education, I decided that I wanted to have a degree that encompasses that all. And then also just thinking from a professor in classes perspective, I can probably do multidiscipline, you know, maybe teach some in entrepreneur realm, teach some in marketing, and also in communication. So that's my brain of thinking of how this goes. So as I stated, I started my first year last year. So let me tell y'all, I am going to school year round. I know you're probably looking at me crazy, like you don't get up. I don't think I ever, well, I can So in between degrees I did take a break, but while I'm in school I usually go year round. Why? Because I just need to keep my mind going, because if I take a break for 3 months, I'm gonna be like, I ain't feeling this semester. So this is to hold myself accountable and for me to keep continuing on with my classes and making sure I keep up the same discipline. So the very first year is completed. I have just finished my last assignment, and funny enough, my new class starts on the 21st. I start teaching on the 22nd, so by the time this video comes out, all of that has already started. So my first year was hell. I am not even gonna lie. First, I had to get back in the mindset that I was going to school. Already I'm working full-time, you know, I'm very involved in my community space. I even had a business during this time. So a lot of situations pulling me in a different direction, but I like the challenge, because why not? But other than that, I just, y'all, we're gonna break down the classes that I took the very first time, so you guys can probably have a better understanding. I'm actually gonna use my laptop because I can probably see it better on this computer than on my phone. But I am now currently logging in to my classes. So specifically, I remember the summer semester. So I did start summer. I started summer. So I took digital and strategic communication orientation 1 and 2. So mostly all these classes are 3 credit hours until I get into my dissertation classes, and those are 5. So we actually have mini terms. So within a semester you can actually take more than 2 classes. So for the summer semester, because it was broken up into 2, I took 2 classes. So 1 for the very first semester and the second for the next 8 weeks. So literally 1 class is 8 weeks. So you get, within a whole semester, which is 16 weeks, you could take 2 classes for 2 mini terms. I thought about adding more classes, but the way these classes in the 8 weeks took me out, I'm glad I didn't do that. So those classes was cool. I really enjoyed it. But when we got to fall, I took strategic organization communication, and I took Digi Strat Comms audience measures. So at the lovely university that I attend, alright, so sorry y'all, they did that last class, me and that teacher, about, I can talk about it because I need to share my story about sometimes, and I pray I will not be this professor, but I feel like if you sense something ain't right, I would rather you reach out than do the stuff that this professor did to me. So y'all, mind you, I told you, so how it works is, in that mini semester, by the time 2 weeks before your class ends, your other class starts. So literally for 2 weeks you're taking on 2 classes that's running neck and neck. And when I say we not just reading, we doing quizzes, we doing papers. I had a paper due every week from both classes. So I specifically remember submitting my topic for my paper on week 1. Totally understood it. She approved it, everything. So when week 2 came and I had to submit my first my first, well, I think it was about, yeah, the second week, I had to submit my paper already. So mind y'all, these are 8 weeks classes, so we're moving pretty quickly. So what had happened was, I ended up uploading the wrong paper from a previous class, the same class that I'm still in, because I still got 2 weeks left, and I just submitted a paper to them and got a grade for it. Because Turn It In saw me turn it in to that professor once, it said that I plagiarized. But remember, y'all, I submitted a topic that was outside the scope of what the paper was. And it literally had another class on it. So I would have thought, hey, let me reach out to this student and figure out, hey, I noticed that the numbers for the class didn't match. The information that you submitted to me didn't match. Did you upload the wrong paper? Not even saying upload the wrong paper, just ask him, hey, did you know you uploaded this? And it's not matching the topic that you picked that I approve, because y'all understand I cannot make a new topic without having to get approved. No. This lady gave me a 0 and submitted my name to the dean and the school that I plagiarized, and I took somebody else's paper and wrote and just put my name on it. Y'all, I was literally leaving for a trip. So I'm texting her, hey, you know, I'm not sure what happened, but I didn't plagiarize. Like, this is literally my own work. And so she showed me the paper, and I was like, oh, I see what happened. What happened was, this was a paper from my class that I did myself. I got an A on the paper, but I uploaded it by mistake. Can I resubmit? I'm not letting you resubmit it. You plagiarized and this, that, and the third. So she sees the dean, and the dean was like, hey, well, if you uploaded it wrong, just go ahead and resubmit it. And I was like, hey, I'm not with my laptop. I can't resubmit it. Can I do it when I get back Sunday? Mind you, this is a Friday. And she didn't even, well, you can't do that, and I'm just going to give you a 0 for the paper, and just going on. And side note, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're going to look somebody up, turn off your visibility if you don't want these people to know you looked them up. Because the dean looked me up on LinkedIn, mind you. So thankfully, I have Apple products. Because without Apple, look, shout out to Apple. Because I was able to get into my iCloud and send her my paper. This lady was pissed and gave me a C for the paper. Y'all, I never made a C in a day of my life on the paper. I kid you not. I never made a C. A B, sure. A C, no. Never. Never. And I'm not talking about a high C. We talking about this 1 point from being a D. 1 point. So, but still, y'all, I still had plagiarism on my name at the school. So I literally had to submit a appeal to the dean's office to say I didn't plagiarize. Like, this is my paper that I did from another class. And let me tell y'all, this is how I knew that some other people was in on this. Because then, after I made the claim that this was still my paper, they told me I still plagiarized. I self-plagiarized. So I made another claim, because initially the claim was that I took somebody's original work off. So thankfully, after going back and forth for a couple of times, they took it off my record, and that probably enraged her even more. So she had it out for me. When I tell you, she literally made life so difficult for me, and I ended up making a C in the class, which I know y'all probably was like, KT, that's not bad. Well, in my degree program, I can't make a C. So guess who has to take this class over? Moi. And the way the school is set up, they don't tell you if another teacher's teaching this class. So I just have to pray that this upcoming semester she's not teaching the class again. So outside of that, the fall semester, I was like, I'm finna quit. I shouldn't even be doing this. Not even. So after that, I took advanced communications and social, mobile, and online media analyst, which was a cool class. Don't remember too much, but it was alright. So currently, the classes for summer, even though summer is about to end, is current topics in content communication, and where's the other class? And video storytelling. So I just finished up the video storytelling the first 8 weeks, and it was a great class to take, and I'm finishing up this one. So because of the foolery that happened, so I have to retake my digital strategic communication audience measurement. Hopefully this lady does not teach this class. And I'm also taking communicating research data, which is visualization and social media. After this, I am at 27 credits and I need 60. So I got some semesters to go, but I'm not going to let it defeat me. Outside of that, school has been very eye-opening. A lot of things that I've learned in class I actually implemented into content creation. So the video storytelling is something that I do with my content creation now. I even do it at work. It's just been wonderful to be able to utilize what I learned in class and figuring out how to implement it in my life. So I'm very, very much appreciative of that. And outside of that, going back to school was very much an eye-opener because I didn't think I was going to go and get my PhD. But one thing I would suggest to people who are looking to go back to school outside of college, even if my college people are listening to this, understand you have to stay focused. If that degree is what you want, you have to stay focused. There are so many things out here that would deter you from going to school. You know, situations happen. Keep your head on straight. Keep it going. As far as my people that's thinking about PhD programs, think about, you know, how you want to live your life. I knew I just could not sit in somebody's class after work. I'm too much involved. Sometimes at work I have on-call duties, so if any given point something happened at work, I can't go to class because I got to be at work. So I very much was like, we got to find a program strictly online. Online works better for my schedule. I can read what I need to. I can watch. We don't have lecture notes. We mostly do just reading and then going to do actual work. So literally, I know all my stuff. My discussions are due on Thursdays. I know this is due on Sundays. So I have so much time to get everything done within a week. And even if I want to, you know, upload something early, I can do that. So I get so much flexibility with being online versus in person, even though those many times taking me out. But nevertheless, that is my first year wrap up. I am very much looking forward to the second year because now I'm getting into, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 more classes to go before I get into my dissertation. So let's see, if I'm going into second semester, there's 2 for spring, 2 for summer, and 2 for fall. So by fall of next year, well, by spring of actually that sounds so bad, spring of 2025, I will be in my dissertation classes, and those are 5 credit classes. But it's been a wild ride. I am thankful that I've gotten this opportunity to do this and further my education, and right now the sky is the limit for me about when I get my PhD, the things I can do. Also, I would say, for a tip for students who are trying to continue after undergrad, just figure out if it's going to make sense. Outside of getting into being a professor, there's really not a great reason for me to get my PhD. And if I wasn't thinking about teaching, I would not be back in school. But don't get a degree just because you want to go back to school and you don't have a plan. Really understand what you want to do based on your purpose and things of that nature, and figure out if a degree works for that. If not, what are some trainings you can do. You can always do certificates, especially in communications. I didn't go get another whole marketing degree. I mostly took certifications, become certified in certain things to help boost up my resume, to get attracted by employers, all that kind of stuff. So understand your plan, understand how that works for you, and how that plays off into your whole overall plan. Alright, y'all, so this is the end of the video. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with one of your besties that are in their PhD program, and hopefully this could give them a sense of, we're going through this struggle together. We're all in this together. But other than that, thank you guys for staying tuned. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.